Donald Trump is now president of the United States of America. Wait, but first we got one last breaking news from Joe Biden during the inaugural address, dropping a heater, being like, my entire family is pardoned. Everyone in the Clinton family is pardoned. Everyone on Jeffrey Epstein's island was pardoned. Dr. Fauci's pardoned. We're going to just breeze over the Dr. Fauci part with the media. The media keeps being like, he pardoned his family. He pardoned his family. No, he pardoned Dr. Fauci. And that is the incriminating part of all of this. But let's just move on. History will do its thing with that. Come on. Let's focus on right now. What are we going to really do? Well, 1,500 pardons for January 6th. So January 6th didn't happen. That's, as a media man, glad that we can erase January 6th from the history books. What a dumb psyop gone wrong. Sorry, Adam Schiff. Try better next time. Man, the inauguration was crazy, okay? We had Theo Vaughn falling in a chair because the chairs were clearly from Kamala Harris. We had 2 or 3 different Joe Rogan spottings. Whenever Joe Rogan was spotted, it was like a abominable snowman or something. Everybody's like, oh my God, wait, is that Joe Rogan? We found him. He's Joe Rogan. But there's a lot of other bald men, so it was hard to spot Joe Rogan in a crowd of other bald men. Tech CEOs in the back, complain, blah, blah, blah. Oh, later in the day, they said that Elon Musk hailed Hitler because he went, I don't know, I'm not going to die on that hill, so good luck, Elon. Elon Musk, the richest man in America, being canceled for clearly hailing Hitler at a Trump rally. It was a victory rally, too. They were done with the rallies. The rallies were over. We didn't have to worry about anybody else getting canceled at a rally. Elon Musk comes out there, cancels himself at the rally. It's like, what are you doing, man? What else happened? Oh, Annie, okay? Are you okay, Annie? Yeah, that was Melania. She was wearing some kind of ninja suit all day. Barron Trump is still really, really, really tall. What else? It was so cold they did it inside. We already knew that. I'm trying to stall here to think of anything else that happened during this whole shebang, shabackle, shaboom. That's pretty much all that I remember. So without further ado, check it all out yourself. Oh, Carrie Underwood. Oh my God, Carrie Underwood. That's, gotta say it. When Carrie Underwood started singing God Bless America a cappella with a crowd, and you're seeing Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump singing God Bless America with Joe Biden and Obama, it was like the presidential reality like end credits scene. All right. I'm Alex R. Wagner. It is January 21st, 2025, and Donald Trump is your president. And this is No News is News.
Guys, I guess just don't follow the sky, you know.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Fellow citizens, the golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay. And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately. Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
You know the words, help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. Sea to shining sea.
We're leaving office, but we're not leaving the fight. You're smart, you're skilled, you're passionate. The country needs you again. So all of you can, stay engaged in all the ways you can. Whether it's in public service, the private sector, philanthropy, academia, running for office yourself, or anything else you choose to do. I give you my word, we believe in you. We, Jill and I, our family, believe in you. Just as I've said, how the laws we enacted, our seasons are going to grow and bloom for decades to come.
You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
Sir? Yes, sir. First, we have a list of pardons and commutations relating to events that occurred on January 6, 2021.
Okay, and how many people is this?
I think this order will apply to approximately 1,500 people, sir.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutations?
Full pardon. We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research. Nice to see you again. So this is a big one. Anything you want to explain about this? We hope they get them. We hope they come out tonight, frankly. They're expecting it.
You know, I didn't know that he gave a pardon to his family because he did it during my speech.
He didn't tell you in the limo?
No, he didn't tell me. No. He did it. They released it during my speech. During my speech. So all I could do was say, excuse me, I'd like to come back and speak some more. So, no, we were surprised by that. It's bad precedent, obviously.
Withdrawing from the World Health Organization, sir?
Ooh, that's a big one. So we paid $500 million to World Health when I was here, and I terminated it. China, with 1.4 billion people, we have 350 to pay. We have, nobody knows what we have because so many people came in illegally, but let's say we have 325. They had 1.4 billion. They were paying 39 million, we were paying 500 million. It seemed a little unfair to me. So that wasn't the reason, but I dropped out. They offered me to come back for 39 million. In theory, it should be less than that, but you know. And when Biden came back, they came back for 500 million. He knew that you could have come back for 39 million. They wanted us back so badly, so we'll see what happens.
Mr. President,
Pretty sad to think of it. China pays 39 million and we pay 500 million. And China's a bigger country.
President Trump, did President Biden leave you a letter?
He may have. Wait. Don't they leave it in the desk? I don't know. Oh.
What's in there?
Thank you, Peter. It could have been years before we found it. Wow. Thank you.
What does it say on the outside?
Maybe we should all read it together.
Let's read it.
Well, maybe I'll read it first and then make that determination.
That sounds great.
Peter, thank you very much. I may not have seen this for months.
Happy to help with the passing of the torch.
I did. I left him one in the desk just like this.
What are you talking about in the limo?
Unification of our country.
Just mentioned, and he's alluded to it 1,000 times, and it seems intent to do it, which is pardoning some of those who have been convicted in connection with January 6th. You were there on January 6th. You were quite disappointed in the president's actions that day. What do you think if he pardons some of these people?
The president has the power to do that. This is the difference.
No question about it. But what do you think?
But this president told the American public why he was campaigning for office. If I am elected president, I will pardon these people. Now,
what do you think?
But compare this to Joe Biden, who said he would never pardon his son, who now, on the very last day, in the last 30 minutes, pardons his entire family.
What do you make of that decision for him to make those pardons and to do it now?
Terrible. Terrible. Think about what everybody else had gone through. Why pardon your family? What? It makes no sense.
It's obscene. It's a grotesque display of his new power as president to pardon these 1,500 or 1,600 people, which I have to imagine includes people that committed violent assaults on law enforcement. It certainly includes, apparently, one of the leaders of the Proud Boys. Rather fitting, sadly, that among his very first acts in office is to give a pardon to a white nationalist leader like that. So hard to imagine that we were sitting in the Capitol, the site of that attack, and hours later, the man who incited that attack pardons the people who participated in that attack. It really is a terrible way to begin, but not a surprising way to begin the new administration.
Really interested in selling, but what has been clear over the last 48 hours is they're really interested in getting in good with Donald Trump. And that may be because TikTok is ultimately answerable to the Chinese government. And so they're trying to cut a favorable deal with Trump so that he'll give China a pass on the issue of trade or give them a pass on Taiwan. What Trump said the other day is that he wants the federal government to take a 50% stake in TikTok. That means Donald Trump gets to run TikTok. Well, Donald Trump Jr. gets to run Twitter. Once again, you're seeing the Trump administration try assiduously to take control of the country's information infrastructure, to have state-run, state-controlled media.
Did you accept your pardon, and would you advise your staff to accept theirs?
Well, you know, I'm not even sure that's part of the process. I'm trying to connect up with a lawyer to figure out whether you accept or reject a pardon, because one interpretation I found from some cases is that a pardon is like an executive order or a legislative enactment. It's just public law, and so you don't have the choice whether or not to accept it or reject it. I know there's some contrary authority, so I'm going to try to figure that out and figure out, you know, what to do.